Have you ever been called lazy? What do you think? Do you think you're lazy? I don't think laziness was ever at fault. Ever. In fact, I don't even believe laziness exists. What's up everybody? Tanvir Ahmed here. Welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, you're not lazy. Let's look at a sign of academic laziness that I believe is nothing but procrastination. People love to blame procrastinators for their behavior. Putting off work sure looks lazy to an untrained eye. Even the people who are actively doing the procrastinating can often mistake their behavior for laziness. You're supposed to be doing something and you're not doing it. That's a moral failure, right? It means you're weak-willed, unmotivated, and lazy, doesn't it? Wrong. For decades, psychological research has been able to explain procrastination as a functioning problem, not a consequence of laziness. When a person fails to begin a project that they care about, it's typically due to either A, anxiety about their attempts not being good enough, or B, confusion about what the first steps of the task are, not laziness. In fact, procrastination is more likely if the task is meaningful and the individual cares about doing it well. When you're paralyzed with fear of failure, or you don't even know how to begin a massive, complicated undertaking, it's damn hard to get shit done. It has nothing to do with desire, motivation, or moral integrity. Procrastinators can will themselves to work for hours. They can sit in front of a blank Word document, doing nothing else, and torture themselves. They can pile on the guilt again and again, and none of it makes initiating the task any easier. In fact, their desire to get the damn thing done may worsen their stress and make starting the task even harder. The solution instead is to look for what is holding the procrastinator back. If anxiety is the major barrier, the procrastinator actually needs to step away from the task and do something relaxing. Being branded lazy by other people is often likely to lead to the exact opposite behavior. Often though, the barrier is that procrastinators struggle to divide a large responsibility into a series of discrete, specific, and ordered tasks. As for me, nobody had to teach me to slice up tasks like that, and nobody had to force me to adhere to my schedule. Accomplishing tasks like this is consistent with how my analytical, hyper-focused, autistic little brain works. Most people don't have that ease. They need an external structure to keep them writing. Regular writing group meetings with friends, for example, and deadlines set by someone else. When faced with a major, massive project, most people want advice on how to divide it into smaller tasks and a timeline for completion. And in order to track progress, most people require organizational tools, such as a to-do list, calendar, date book, or syllabus. Needing or benefiting from such things doesn't make a person lazy. It just means they have needs. The more we embrace that, the more we can help people thrive. And just as I know that lazy behavior is not an active choice, I also happen to know that judgmental, elitist attitudes are typically born out of situational ignorance. And that's why I'm making this video. I want all people to take a curious and empathetic approach to individuals whom they initially want to judge as being lazy or irresponsible. If a person can't get out of bed, something is making them exhausted. If the student isn't writing papers, there's some aspect of the assignment that they need help with. If an employee is missing deadlines constantly, something is making organization and meeting the deadline difficult. Even if a person is actively choosing to self-sabotage, there's a reason for it. People do not choose to fail or disappoint. No one wants to feel incapable, apathetic, or ineffective. If you look at a person's actions or inactions and see only laziness, you are missing key details. There is always an explanation. There are always barriers. Just because you can't see them or don't view them as legitimate doesn't mean they're not there. Look harder. If a person's behavior doesn't make sense to you, it's because you're missing a part of their context. It's that simple. Maybe you weren't always able to look at human behavior this way. That's okay. Now you are. Give it a try. That's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you liked it. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Maybe, just maybe, you weren't always able to look at human behavior this way. That's okay. Now you are. Give it a try. Give it a try. Give it a try. Give it a try. Why not give it a try? Just give it a try. Go ahead, give it a try. Give it a try. Why aren't you doing it? Give it a try. Give it a try. Just give it a try. What the hell is wrong with you? Why don't you give it a try? Give it a try. Go ahead, give it a try. Give it a try.